Nightmare Soldiers might not have as much support as the Insectoids do, but we all know who has the best style.
Who can?
I'm starting this one off. I'm going to hatch the Sunamon, and then I'm going to Digivolve that guy straight into the Goblimon. I am running the Dark Animals base, and then I'm going to play Nightmare Soldiers. So I take my bottom security card into my hand, place this card face up as my bottom security, and while it is face up in my security, all my NSO trait Digimon have Scapegoat. My opponent hatches the BT15 Motimon, and then they're going to Digivolve into the Tentomon from the same set. They'll then play the Starter 17 Lopmon, and that's going to be pretty disgusting once they get into their big bugs, being able to give one of them Alliance in their main phase. Meanwhile, I have moved out the Goblimon and I'm just going to play the Labramon. Now I can trash one card in hand so I can add back a Dark Animal to hand. So I'm just going to trash the Venomiotismon to add it straight back. The Sunamon inheritable triggers and I draw one, and then that passes to my opponent on 2. Green can do a lot with only a little bit of memory. They're going to move out the Tentomon, use its starter main effect to suspend the Goblimon, and then they're going to give the Tentomon plus 3000 DP with that effect until the end of my turn. They'll quickly Digivolve that Tentomon into Stingmon for a cost of 1, and then they're going to Digivolve into the Argomon. Now they were thinking that maybe they could use the Motimon effect to swing into the Goblimon, but Argomon is not an Insectoid, so that will not work. They'll have to Digizorb using the Lopmon instead, and then they're going to swing Argomon into the Goblimon that way. That is going to gain them 2 memory from the Tentomon and the Stingmon inheritables. That gives them enough memory to play the Kabuterimon without passing turn. On play, they'll look at the top 4 cards of their deck. They're able to grab an Insectoid from among those. They're going to choose to grab the Tyrant Kabuterimon. The rest will go back to the bottom of the deck in any order. Now we just need to hope that they don't have a level 6 to go with that Tyrant, so they can't maximize the benefits that they can get with it. They'll pass turn by playing the Lopmon for a cost of 3. That does give me 3 memory to work with on my turn, so I'll hatch the Sunamon, going to Digivolve into another Goblimon in Raising, and my opponent's board is looking pretty nasty at the moment. They've got 4 Digimon, so I'm going to try and get rid of that Lopmon by swinging into it. My opponent is then going to choose to ace here into the Grand Kuwagamon, and they're not going to get a lot of benefit from this except for the free Digivolve. They can suspend something, delete a tamer, but I don't have any tamers yet, so in the end we're just going to headbutt, and that will be the end of that. It's definitely not safe to play anything, so I'm just going to Digivolve into the Devimon in Raising, and then Digivolve again into the Myotismon. That'll set up a good next turn, because I can get that when attacking right away. That passes to my opponent on 2. They are going to draw their card for turn, and then hatch the Motimon, and this is a story all about how Motimon got flipped, turned upside down. My opponent doesn't have many cards in hand. It doesn't look like they've got the 3 to Digivolve in Raising, but they do have the Tyrant Kabuterimon, so they're going to Digivolve into that. They're going to play out the Grand Kuwagamon Ace, and that's going to be double trouble from the bugs.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast!
I am in big trouble. The Lopmon has given the Tyrant Alliance, so he's going to be able to suspend the Grand Kuwagamon, and the All Turns effect will give it another security plus, so he's going to be doing 3 checks, and they're coming in at 26,000 DP. Being that massive means that they don't have to worry about DP and security, and I don't see any options to be able to even get any advantage. No tamers either. With what's on board, they can set me to 0 security. They are going to choose to swing in with the Kabuterimon, and that will be a purple memory boost, so I've got something to work with at least. They are weighing up the choice. Do they swing and activate the Nightmare Soldiers option? It will let me play a level 5 or lower NSO trait Digimon from hand, and they're not going to give it to me. They're just going to choose to play the agility training. Looking at the top 2, they're only able to grab 1 valid target there. That's going to be the Hercules Kabuterimon Ace. So I need to remember that that is in their hand. They've set me to 2, which isn't a lot to work with, but I do have that memory boost if I need it. I'm going to move out from Raising. I will not survive another turn like that, so I'm going to swing at the Kabuterimon with the Myotismon, and I have 2 when attacking effects, so I'll trigger the Devimon effect first to draw 1 and trash 1. I'll trash the Devimon, this is the NSO one, so that will set up for the Myotismon effect. The Sunamon effect will then allow me to draw a card, and the Goblimon to gain me a memory. I will then play out the Devimon from the Myotismons when attacking. That'll look at the top 3 cards. I'm able to grab an NSO, and I don't get anything at all.
God damn it! Gosh darn it! Shit! Shoot!
Not even a fallen angel, so I'm just going to hard play the Piedmon Ace. The Piedmon on play is going to allow me to do 4 instances of minus 2000 DP to their Digimon. I cannot really do anything to that Tyrant, it is still immune, so I'm going to minus 6000 from the Grand Kuwaga Ace, and then minus 2000 from the Lopmon, which will delete it. The Your Turn effect of the Myotismon then kicks in, and I'm able to DNA Digivolve it and the Piedmon into Bolt Baltamon. That effect also allows it to attack, even if memory has passed turn, can, but I've got a bunch of other effects to trigger off of that DNA as well. Digivolve through one of my opponent's Digimon, then minus 6k to the board. That cumulative DP reduction does delete the Grand Kawagamon Ace. Overflow 4 will mean it remains my turn at 2 memory, but I don't have any Digimon that I can play from trash with the DNA effect. Things could definitely be better, but at least I get to swing over the Tyrant because I'm at 15,000 and he's only at 14. I'll then use the Myotismon Inheritable to delete the Devimon so that I can unsuspend the Boltbautamon because another Digimon was deleted that does trash their top security, and then I can go for another attack if I want to. I do gain another 4 memory from the overflow from the Grand Kawagamon Ace that was in that Tyrant's Inheritables. And look, I am going to swing. I don't have any scapegoat targets on the field, but I do remember that all of these Inheritables are fresh because of the DNA, so I can do the draw 1, trash 1, and then I can also gain 1 memory and draw a card from the Tsunamon. It still doesn't look like I'm trashing a lot of NSO trait Digimon. I'm going to hard play a Devimon so that I can look at the top 3 cards. I'm able to grab a Fallen Angel and an NSO trait Digimon, so that's Boltbautamon and the Devimon. I do still have 4 memory to work with, and I think the best use of that is making sure my opponent can't do anything, so I hard play the Devimon, setting them to 1. They don't have a level 3 in racing. They only have the agility training. They're just going to hard play the Mega Kabuterimon. The on play will give itself plus 3,000, so it will be at 10,000 DP on my turn. Now we'll just have to see, do I remember that he's got the ace in hand? I'll hatch the Tsunamon in raising, Digivolve into a Goblimon. I think that's the 3rd time I've done that exact same thing. Then I'm going to play the X-Antibody Protoform, Digivolving into the Cerberusmon, reducing the cost by 1, so it only cost me 2, then placing that in the sources, get to draw for Digivolve. The when Digivolving is draw 1, trash 1, then because I've got the X-Antibody in sources, I'm able to activate the on-play effect, which is play out a level 3 Digimon from trash without paying the cost. So I'm going to play out another Devimon. I'm able to look at the top 3 cards, see if I get any hits. I don't this time either. This it's really screwing me. Because I did trash 1, the Goblimon effect does trigger, so I do get to gain a memory. I'm Digivolving straight into the Piedmon Ace so that I can give that minus 8,000 right to the Mega Kabuterimon. And somehow we both make the mistake. We don't remember the DP boost, so he's going to get deleted. I'm going to get the overflow, even though he should still be alive at 2,000 DP. And off the back of that, I'm going to be able to swing with the Boltbautamon, delete the Devimon, trash a security because a Digimon was deleted, unsuspend for another check. That's going to hit the hidden potential discovered, which will just add to hand, and then I have 3 checks still on board against 1 security. They need an option like Giant Missile to just get rid of one of my guys and overflow to just save themselves here, but it's just a green memory boost that's going to play out, and then I swing for game. If we just remembered about that DP boost, the game would have kept going. The Insectoids protection is really difficult to deal with, but I'm sure I can pick up another game and take this match fairly. No, I don't have any blockers. Alright, game 2 was pretty rough, but in game 3, look at me, I've got the Myotis, I've got the Piedmon, I can DP reduce that Agumon, get it off the field, go into the Boltbautamon, clear the board, trash the security, get the check-in. I gave them a bit of memory to work with, but I've really stabilized. Surely they don't have a way of dealing with a level 7 easily, right? Oh, I can bottom deck anything. Surely you can't break through 2 level 7s, right?
Don't do it to me. I beg you. No.
Nothing.